Info.
The nation's number one talk station, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Welcome to the second part of Dailies today, live from our audio-visual studios on Etim Inyang Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos. I'm Sheriff Quadry. There is no other team that does better sports commentary than Femi and the gang, and we're going to be giving you live coverage of the matches of the Euros 2024 starting today, so you need to stay. We are standing on a tripod. We do news, we do talk, and we do sports. So sport is quite an integral part of our broadcast here on Nigeria Info. Hence the reason we don't miss out on any big match live commentaries here on Nigeria Info 99.3 and the best sports gang, Femi and the gang. Yes, I do say that with my full chest. Right. They're here to bring you all the commentaries from the European football competition, Euros 2024. I don't know the country that you are supporting. Adeze was asking me earlier, just before I came up on here, that which country. And frankly speaking, I didn't actually. I never thought about it. And it's usual. Yeah, I just have to, get a team. My team, my club is Arsenal. I could have easily gone with England or Spain, but I think I would take a rain check on that one. I would have to go and pick a good team that I would support in the Euros. I don't miss Euros. I have to watch Euros. Now, let's get into the papers today. We've got the New Telegraph. We've got the Nation newspaper, very bulky today. We've got the Daily Trust newspaper, the Guardian, the Vanguard. These are the stories. These are the papers that we got for you. Shall we be? Let's start with Vanguard newspaper this morning. LG Autonomy. Supreme Court reserves judgment on FG's suit against 36 governors. That's on page 9 of the Vanguard newspaper for you. Page 13, State of the Nation. There is hunger. New anthem not priority. Makinde. Page 13, State of the Nation. There is hunger. New anthem not priority. Makinde. It's on page 13 for you. How about we go take a look at that story on page 13 and let's have a good perspective of the story. Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State yesterday faulted the federal government's recent reintroduction of the old national anthem, urging it to address pressing issues such as hunger and poverty. You can read further on page 13 of the Vanguard newspaper for you today. So I'm going to take this one still on page 13. Police raid IPOB ESN camp in Enugu, kill 2. Police raid IPOB ESN camp in Enugu, kill 2. That's also on page 13 of the paper for you. Hardship, labor kicks as 20 states deny workers' wage award. That story is on page 5. Hardship, labor kicks as 20 states deny workers' wage award. That's on page 5 newspaper. The Riders says it's height of insensitivity. 15 states comply with Tinubu's plea. 6 pay briefly. Stop. Workers get wage rise. Palliatives in Lagos, Edo, Enugu, Osun, others. Rivers, Akwa Ibom wait for federal government official announcement. Delta sets up committee. These are the writers to that story. That's right. Minimum wage, we will pay what we can afford. Tinubu, minimum wage, we will pay what we can afford. Tinubu promises to send executive bill to National Assembly, says fall at Eagle Square is Idobale for democracy. That story is on page 9. Vanguard is where you'd get these stories and a whole lot more from that paper. Let's go pick up the New Telegraph newspaper. We can't win insecurity war without people's support. DHQ. We can't win insecurity war without people's support. DHQ. That story is on pages 3, 6, and 26. It's a banner on the front page of the New Telegraph newspaper for you today. So we're going to go take this one on page 2. Democracy Day. Clark demands Nnamdi Kanu's release. 6. End to marginalization of Igbo. So that story is on page 2. Democracy Day. Clark demands Nnamdi Kanu's release. 6. End to marginalization of Igbo. Page 2 is where you'd get that. Let's take a look at it. A former Minister of Information and leader of the Pan-Niger Delta Forum, PANDEV, Chief Edwin Clark, has called on President Bola Tinubu to order the release of the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and dismantle all states police, policies and instruments of marginalization of the Igbo ethnic group in Nigeria. Clark, who made the demand in an open letter dated June 13 and addressed to the president, stated that whereas the Nigerian Civil War 1967 through 1970 ended 54 years ago on the basis of no victor, no vanquished, the Igbo ethnic stock who fought on the side of Biafra were still being marginalized, oppressed, and discriminated against by the Nigerian state. You can read further on page 2 of the New Telegraph newspaper for you today. I'm going to drop that paper. They have other interesting stories, though, by the way. LG Autonomy Supreme Court reserve judgment on federal government suit against states is right there on page 2 as well. Nigeria seeks partnership with World Trade Organization to foster economic growth. Pages 4 and 5 of the same paper, New Telegraph. You can pick it up and read. They've got other stories. So let me go and take, what's the time? I've got a couple more minutes left before I come to the telephone. Let's go take the Guardian newspaper this morning. Okay. World Blood Donor Day. Risky black market booms as many shun voluntary donation. The story is on page 6. World Blood Donor Day. Risky black market booms as many shun voluntary donation. Oh, yeah. Of course, there's a lot of things that could be responsible for these, actually. But let's take a look at the infographics on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. They said someone needs blood every 2 seconds. One donation can potentially save up to 3 lives. Only about 25% of the country's blood needs are collected. 1 pint of blood is taken during a regular blood donation. Hospitals rely heavily on family replacement blood donation due to the poor culture of voluntary blood donation. Emotional and financial distress taking a toll on blood donors. These are the details of the infographics on the front page of the Guardian newspaper. You can read it up if you're interested. Cholera, Nigeria records 30 deaths, 1,206 cases. It's right here in the Guardian newspaper for you today. Labour to demand minimum wage arrears as governors, employers meet Tinubu. Labour to demand minimum wage arrears as governors, employers meet Tinubu. The story is on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper. Cost of rams soar as Muslim faithful prepare for Salah celebrations. The story is on page 8. Cost of rams soar as Muslim faithful prepare for Salah celebration. Page 8 of the Guardian newspaper for you. Let's take our last story from the Guardian today. Expensive away games, poverty, profit, performance hobble demand for local league. Okay, all right. Expensive away games, poverty, profit, performance hobble, demand for local league. That story is, in fact, it's tagged big story. It's on pages 4 and 5. I'm interested in this story as a matter of fact. Okay. And this particular one has been trending in the news since yesterday. Police ban Durbar in Kano over emirship tussle. This is quite an interesting development in Kano State. Yeah, quite an interesting one. Now, let's go take our last paper. I think I have, let's take this one as the last paper for today. And I'm going to take just 3 stories from this paper, Daily Trust. Niger Governor, Deputy Speaker, travel for Hajj. 3 killed as another mining site collapses. Over 50 yet to be rescued from first incident. There is lack of empathy, obviously. I mean, your governor, your deputy, and your speaker, all of them travel for Hajj. These are the people, that most likely they never miss Hajj. Most likely. I don't have the fact, but most likely they never miss Hajj. This year, the tragedy has struck in their states that is supposed to at least show some level of empathy. Phew, they've gone. And then you still come and vote for them and find a reason to justify what they've done. Troops kill bandit leader Buhari Yadi. Others in Kaduna. The story is on page 26 of the Daily Trust newspaper. How about what's time? 7:42, almost 7:43. My time is up with the stories. So let me drop this paper. I was going to go to the City and Crime page of the paper, but let's quickly go take your thoughts now. 0201 277 0993, 277 1993, 277 2993, and 277 3993 for these stories. You can also comment on the stories that Kofi shared earlier, right? Okay, that's good. You can do that as well. And please turn off your radio if you're calling me. It's very important. WhatsApp number is 0809 597 5805 on WhatsApp. It's 0809 597 5805 on WhatsApp. Skype is Nigeria Info FM. If you're on Skype and you'd like to chime in, feel free to do that as well. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Welcome.
Why our president is telling us lies? You stumble. What is the double is stumbling? You told us that our refinery is going to work in December. You shift it to March. From March to April, you are still telling us lies. Something has happened to you. The whole world will be laughing at us now. Why can't we tell the truth? What Nigeria needs from you? Do the refinery. Everything will be okay. You are telling us that test. Who are the test? You know them now. You keep on telling us lies. What is the meaning of our power of your answer you change now? Good morning, Nigerians.
Good morning to you too. Thank you for calling me. Appreciate it. If my memory serves me right, the president really never mentioned anything about refineries. The ministers, yes, but I doubt if the president ever said anything about refineries. The ministers, yes, they have said it. NNPC, GMD, Melekiari has said it. Those ones, yes, I can attest to them mentioning anything about refineries, but not definitely. I don't have record of the president saying anything about it. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning to you.
Yeah, this is just effect. Yeah, you see, in Nigeria, this our country, I don't understand what is going on. Because now the chief clerk is telling the Tinubu administration that is to work towards the Igbos. They think that they are doing us. They are not doing us. But I know with time will tell. They should just continue what they are doing. No matter what they are doing, I know we are still going to at least stand still and continue moving forward. The other day in my local government, the APC are busy sharing one bag of rice to their members. One bag. This Ajo me fellow local government here. While we are there.
When did they do that?
That was last week. Last week, if I'm not mistaken, last week Friday.
25 kg or 10 kg?
25 kg, one bag,
different sizes.
Yes.
Okay.
And we are the ones suffering, and they are busy sharing the food to the APC members. Are we not Nigerians? Just one set of people are enjoying the benefit of the government while we are suffering. There is no problem. We are just pushing. Time will tell.
Right. Thank you for sharing your thought. Appreciate it. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Quick one. Niger State Governor and his deputy are good to make. I hear you say, they will still vote for them. Sir, our vote never count. It's not our vote that put them there. They know how they play that game. And for the local government, as far as the chief in command, the commander-in-chief, is the one that make this move, he will get his day. Thank you.
Thank you, too, for calling. Nigeria Info. Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
This is Amos calling from Kofi.
Talk to me, Amos.
Sheriff, I want to ask a question, please. I mean, the Niger State issue, as they go for religion churches, are they accountable in any damage by the people that happen with the people in their absence?
I don't understand.
Religiously.
I'm not a cleric, so I may not be able to answer you correctly.
Okay, and then in Kaduna issue, I think what I want to see in Kaduna is the sponsor of those people. I know Governor Obasani knew them. Let him go after them, so that we have major Kaduna State will be peace. And I want to say too. All this blaming, the DHQ knows, the governor knows, because I can't blame anybody. It's my governor I'm going to blame. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Amos. Thanks for calling me. 747, let's see who is here. Good morning to you.
Good morning, my beloved brother.
Good morning to you, sir.
How are you today?
Good, thank you.
Timo is my name.
You're welcome, sir.
Let me just, for time factor, let me limit myself to the issue of the minimum wage.
Okay.
I think if the government is really serious, what Labour is asking for is not too much if we consider what government has been spending on other items. Look at the official residence of the vice president taking 21 billion. And in this year's budget, there is a provision for car parks for National Assembly members, both Senate and the House of Rep having their respective car parks, each taking 3 billion naira this year. So when you consider all this, what Labour is asking for, to my mind, is not too much. And not only that, if we are practicing through federalism, it is not compulsory that all the states should be paying the same thing. Each state should pay what they can afford. And I think from the kind of lifestyle the governments are living, yes, they can.
Thank you.
They collect 1 billion every month for security votes that they don't give account of, and other things.
Thank you.
So they can pay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for calling me. Uche is on Skype. Let's jump on this call. Uche, how are you doing? Good morning to you. Uche, can you hear me? Uche.
Sharif Baba.
Good morning to you.
I can hear you, Sharif. Good morning.
Morning to you.
Hello? Morning, my brother. How you doing?
Good, thank you.
Yeah, let me say good morning to my sister Joy. I heard her voice yesterday after I dropped my call. And to Oga Chris, good morning to all you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. And Sharif, you said something now that to some extent you contradicted yourself.
Okay.
You talked about the governors who have gone for Hajj, the deputy and the rest of them.
Right.
The people are suffering, and you said that these are the same people who vote for. When they mess up, we'll find excuses for them. And at the same time, somebody called and was saying something about your president. You said the president didn't say this. And Sheriff, you see, it's sad, the things we do in Nigeria. It's sad. Now, what exactly did this president even tell Nigerians? Let's start from there. Remember that this same president was the person who, when he came to London, he had different kinds of people speaking on his behalf because he said he was going to run an inclusive government. He never answered one question, presented to him. So when you say his ministers spoke about a refinery, practically, would like to believe that they were speaking for him. You get my point, Sheriff?
Go on, Uche. Go on. Just go on.
Yeah, so let's not make excuses for some people and then try to defend others. These people have failed. And like I said yesterday, let us stop this narrative of saying, well, because your candidate didn't get there, you want this man to fail. That is not the point. The point is that the man is failing and we can see it. It is clear.
All right, Uche. Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Good morning to you too. Thanks for calling me. I've got another call that is coming in. Abdul Qadri Abubakar is calling us. I don't know from where. Abdul Qadri, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
My namesake, morning.
Morning to you, brother.
I want to speak about the issue of minimum wage that has been thrown around more like a distraction from what the policymakers should be doing.
Okay.
It's something that actually needs serious attention. especially with the cost of living crisis globally, not just in Nigeria. But Nigeria is worse because you have insecurity pounding on people. The farmers can't farm. Cost of food is up. The civil servants can't afford to buy this food. Even those in the private sector, most of the wages are not enough. I don't know why the policymakers are dragging their foot. Even though we keep selling oil, selling crude, all our mineral resources are being sold. And if you compare the wages in Nigeria to other neighboring countries who are said to be poorer than us, it is just appalling to see that we are neglecting the people. The governments are supposed to be looking after the welfare of the masses, ensuring security, but they're not doing either. So it's, if they can't do it, let them step down. The governors too came and started saying all sorts of things. If they can't do it, step down. Let people who are more competent handle this, the affairs of the country. That's my submission.
Thank you. Thank you.
In
For,
Japan, yeah.
Thank you. I need to move on to other calls, and thank you so much. Please call again, all right? I really appreciate your thoughts. Let me jump on this call. After this call, we'll go take messages. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Sherry.
Good morning to you.
My name is Eyo from Kofi.
Let's hear you. What's your story?
Yeah, the president stumbled and fell on the June 12th, and he's telling us he's a ballet for democracy. What is it? How can you be saying that? This is the president of a nation. You fell down in the public play of people you are governing. You are falling down. You are coming to make mess of it. You're coming to joke over it. I don't understand. Must you be joking over everything? Must you be joking over everything? Thank God. What of if the unthinkable happened? He fell down and hit this thing. You understand? To be thanking God that he coming to joking. I don't think everything should be used as a joke. The president feel like always joke over all issues. Not like a senior president. They joke on things that they do supposed to. I don't understand. And you're falling at the ceremonial date of that magnitude. It tells you that the country you are governing is falling. That's spiritual implication. That is not okay.
Did you say that's did you say that's spiritual implication?
I'm telling you here, there's spiritual implication. That the country is falling. That's a sign that the country is governing is falling.
Oh yeah, no.
How can you fall on that very day? An important day.
I've heard you. Thank you. Thank you
very much.
Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate it. I've said my beat on this yesterday. There's no point to repeat myself. Let's see. Merchant Man says other people who were in similar activism with Mazin Amdekanu had been released. His release is long overdue, according to Edwin Clark. The only reason peace thrives in any society is as a result of justice and equity. But when you marginalize your people, it's called injustice. That's the Merchant Man who sent that in. Merchant Man, thank you for sharing your thought. I've got another one here from Kelvin Menainikoyi. Kelvin says, the quest for purchasing a business aircraft for the president at this point in time is not necessary. Also, spending 21 billion naira on the renovation of the vice president's accommodation is contradictory. We are sandwiched in between a humanitarian and economic crisis that calls for urgent intervention. That's Kelvin Mene who sent that from Ikoyi this morning. Kelvin, thank you for sharing your thought. I've got another one here from Luis. Luis is in Ojo. Luis says, why is everything about APC full of propaganda? Please tell the president that anyone can stumble and fall, but come on air to insult our intelligence. I hope Mr. President didn't get injured. That's Luis from Ojo who sent that in. Louis, thank you for sharing your thoughts. How about we go to YouTube? Let's go take some thoughts off YouTube this morning. I've got a couple here. Blair Anya says, the primary issue we have is high cost of governance. If we are told the sum budgeted for the horrible painting unveiled on June 12, it will likely run into billions. Our politicians love spending. As Blair Anya, who dropped that on our YouTube live stream. Yes, did I tell you? We're streaming live on YouTube, by the way, and on Facebook as well. Thank you for joining if you're there already. Let me take one more comment from YouTube, then we'll go to Facebook. I'll take one call, then we'll go to Facebook. Okay. Ike says, I don't have any problem with someone falling, but saying he dobale goes a long way to tell you how arrogant, proud, and unserious the president is with us. That's Ike. I don't know why this is paining you. Why is this painful? Like, why? So why? Why is it painful that someone that fell down himself made a joke out of it. How does that hurt? He knew he fell. The president released a statement instantly. The presidency, rather, released a statement almost instantly that he fell, that he was okay, he was fine. It was at a dinner. This is what presidents do. They make light of situations so that in case people that are scared, that are not sure about their state of mind and health and everything, can calm down. He's a symbol of your country. He's the number one person in your country. So he needs to calm people down. So you calm down and stop doing tantrums, because that's how I see it. What is spiritual about somebody falling? You just need to calm down. I do personally, right? Personally, I think that we take this thing too far sometimes. Maybe because of what we've been through as a people, just maybe. But there are some things that are clear. Let me put it that way, for want of a better word. He fell, he tripped. Everybody knew. We all saw it. So, and then what? He should come to the dinner and start crying. I fell. No, it's not going to happen. It's 7:58. I said I wasn't going to say anything about that fall, but see, people just want to dwell on it. I have to go now. I really must go. Thank you all for being a part of this. Kofi will be back here for the Open Mic Friday. So stay here on Nigeria Info, please. We're not done yet. And afterwards, we'll be back. In fact, let me call my guests not to bother again. I'll be back afterwards at 9 o'clock. Now, let's talk about that fall. If you disagree with me, call me at 9 o'clock. Let's talk about that fall again. Shabi is what everybody wants to talk about, Abi. Let's do that. Good morning to you.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.